Welcome back to Maths with Mrs. Jane. We're now at the point where we're ready to learn about fractional indices. Now, these are particularly important to understand for when you're going to go on in year 11 and 12 and do differentiation and integration. We cannot differentiate or integrate something with a square root sign. We need to put that into the equivalent fractional index. Now, the main fractional indices that we use are square root. There's a 2 there that we don't actually write. If we have something like cubed root, we do write the 3, and that's equivalent to x to the 1/3. 1 over root x, remember we don't write the 2 if it's square root, is x to the -1/2. Just thinking back to our previous video where we learned about negative indices being reciprocals. Okay, so if you have a to the p over q, you can either take the qth root of a and then raise it to the p, or you can raise it to the p and then take the root. Either way is the same. Doesn't matter which way you do it. However, if you've actually got a number that you're raising to a fractional index, you're better off usually taking the root first, because then you're going down to a smaller number, usually, and then you can raise that to the power. Now, you may or may not know what the 5th root of 32 is. The 5th root of 32 is the 5th root of 2 to the 5th, which of course is 2. When we raise that to the 4, we get 16. When you are encountered with something like this, the best way to proceed really is to rewrite each base as powers of primes. Now, 18 is 2 by 3 squared. So we're going to have all of that to the half. 9, of course, is 3 squared. We've got that to the 4 over 3. And 4 is 2 squared. Then we're going to use our index laws to bring in the index to each bit. Now, 3 squared to the half, when you multiply those indices, you get just 1. You can either write the 1 here or leave it out completely. It doesn't matter. Let's just draw a better line than that. 3 squared to the 4/3 will be 3 to the 8 on 3. And 2 squared to the 3/4, 2 times 3/4 is 3 on 2. Okay, so our 2's, the bigger power is in the denominator. What is 3 on 2 minus a half? It's 2 on 2, which is 1. So we're going to get a 2 to the 1 in the denominator. Our power of 3 is also bigger in the denominator. So 8/3 minus 3/3 is 5/3. And we can just leave it like that. Our final one here, let's just rewrite the expressions. Instead of with the radical sign, we write them as the fractional index. This is x to the 3 on 4, all raised to the 2/3 times x to the 4 on 3 raised to the 3/8. Now we're going to multiply our indices. When we multiply the indices here, we're going to get a fair bit of cancelling happening. The 3's are going to cancel and the 2 will cancel with the 4. So you'll get x to the 1/2 times 4/3 times 3 on 8. You're also going to get x to the 1/2. And using our index laws, we're multiplying powers with the same base. So we're going to add the indices. So all of this mess here is just x.